This is one I know absolutely nothing about and had never even heard of until I saw it on the shelf at a used game store. I bought it because it was cheap and looked vaguely interesting. I bought Grudge Warriors at the same time for exactly the same reasons. I guess I was just in the mood for vehicular schlock that day. Although not that in the mood, because that was 4.5 years ago, and I'm only just now playing this. Retreat is not an option, it shouts over low-res, tiled clip art explosions. Over 15 ferocious missions fought on land, sea, and air. And so begins the theme of bizarre capitalization on the back. The top line is all capitalized because it's a title heading, which is fine, but the line below it is also all capitalized, except for the "and." It's normal not to capitalize "and" in titles, but this isn't a title. Then they capitalize "head to head," even though it's not used as a proper noun here, and "allied" is capitalized, even though it's also not really a proper noun here. It can be, like "the Allies" in World War II, but this is just generally referring to armor from your allies. Also, when it says "Axis" in the next one over, it's not capitalized, so we're not doing the World War II thing, clearly. Scuds should be, because it refers to a specific series, but there should only be one D. It's kind of a mess. Also, every single line ends with an exclamation point, which is a bit excessive. I like this layout, though, with screenshots having burned edges, which look a lot better than the crappy clip art behind the top line. Rig your tank for air assaults is probably the one that made me buy this, because that just looks ridiculous and I love it, and because they misspelled assaults. 15 different tanks, 100 customizable parts and weapons. That is a remarkable number of parts, and I'm curious if they're all distinct or if many differ in name and stats only. Engage the future of military weapons. Metal Gear. You've probably noticed what I did when I first saw this, which is that the graphics look quite poor for PS2. Maybe that allows the game to have massive environments or a huge number of units on screen. Or maybe it's just an ugly game. There's only one way to find out. That's a weird-ass logo. Trust your instincts. You mean the government really is wiretapping my toilet? I knew it. Takara. As I understand it, they're actually a toy company primarily. Or they were. I think they've since merged with someone else or something. Q-War, a world of steel space period. In this world, there existed several continental nations. In August, year 210 CQ calendar, space comma, an empire with great military power, space comma, the Q-Stein Empire, declared war and began their invasions into the neighboring nations. With their powerful military forces and Blitz tactics, the empire conquered the surrounding nations one after another, giving them no chance to fight back. The Empire expanded the target area of their invasions, and now the front of their invasion approaches a big power of the West, the Proton Kingdom. The military power of the Proton Kingdom is not as great as that of the Q-Stein Empire. However, space comma, their highly productive and well-controlled society was ready to respond to Q-Stein's declaration of war, space period. I don't think the Star Wars slant is necessary here. In November, year 210 CQ calendar, space comma, the Q-Stein landing forces began an invasion, starting a decisive battle. To fight against the great Q-Stein power, space comma, the Protons organized a civilian defense as an auxiliary force, in addition to its military force. Yeah, that's what auxiliary means. The power of both sides remained even though you just said the power of the Proton Kingdom was not as great, showing signs of a long battle. In March, year 211 CQ calendar, space comma, resistance in vain, the Proton forces gradually weakened and began to retreat. Even after losing 80% of their land, the soldiers continued to fight without losing hope. Would victory ever become theirs? Okay, I kind of like this intro so far. The graphics are indeed quite poor for a PS2 game, but they've kind of got a chunky cuteness to them that I don't mind. It seems suitable for this. It's a bit of a light-hearted look instead of like a gritty, realistic sort of thing, which I suppose is acceptable when we've got silly things like the Proton Kingdom and Q-Stein. Alright. Let's go to the options. See what we have in here. Vibration, none, low, high. Well, high, obviously. Sound. Oh, okay. 0 is not off, but I guess default. Up to plus 18. I'm going to assume 0 is default and not off. Rotate left, rotate, rotate right, rotate. Okay. It's a bit redundant. Right lock on, but there's no left lock on. Special parts square, camera L2, camera reset, I guess? Recenter? Yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. No clue if there's a tutorial, or if it's trial by fire. Battle mode, I'm assuming it's just like a instant action versus type thing. What's the museum? You can see the tank you have acquired if you have your game data. Do you want to load from the memory card 8 MB for PlayStation, registered trademark 2? No, because there's no data on there. So that's only of things I've unlocked, which I actually suspected, so... New game it is. Ooh, name entry. Well, let's see. I can probably come up with something vile and offensive here. Well, I mean, usually my go-to name these days, when I have a name entry screen, is Volvor. Which was a name a friend and I used for our playthrough of Demon Souls many years ago. Although I'm going to put an exclamation mark at the end, in keeping with the back of the box. Do you want this name? No, but it's the one I have. Oh, and we're straight into just picking a tank. Okay. PZKPF. Why does the name look like a text error? Martyr 2 self-propelled? Aren't they all self-propelled? If I have to push these, I'm going to be very unhappy. KV1C, another missing font error. That's the Mark III. I don't know why it's in a second row instead of in line with 1, 2, and then like 3, but it's down here instead. T-34, light tank. That's a very basic name. Cruiser tank. Mark 6, aka Crusader Mark 1. M4, M3 Sherman, M18 Hellcat. Type 97 Chiha. Improved? How improved? Can I have the shitty original instead if I wanted to? M1542 medium tank. See, the problem here is there are no stats on screen. So what differentiates these? Or am I just going off of looks here? That one looks kind of cool. I kind of like the look of that one too. And it's improved, which means it's better than all the others. Start game with this tank? I guess? Does it make a difference? Do they differ only in look? I have no clue. I guess I could read the manual. Beacon of the Counterattack. Okay. There's a blue one. I'm guessing this is important. Don't zoom in on the low-res skybox. My god, look at that brick texture. It's glorious. Linger on it. Okay, that one's black, which I'm assuming means it's evil. And I mean that in the fantasy Black Knight archetype sense, not in the racist sense. I realize that came out kind of weird. And presumably the blue one is the good one we're going to be defending. Major Rhodes Child, this town falls. Proton ends. No retreat. I like how he turns to look at who he's talking to. We shall defend. Ravageders? Now proceed to the left. Who's left? I'm counting on you. Okay. Oh, and we are just instantly in. Okay, so the camera is not entirely locked onto the turret. It can move a bit before the camera does, which that is what L2 does, is recenter. So these guys have the mark that was on the bad black tank, so I'm assuming... Oh god, camera, please stop. I'm assuming these are bad, even though they're the same color as me. They have that symbol. The camera is very bad at recentering. There is no crosshair. So you do, to some extent, have to guess where your shots are going. Wow, this is... Oh, I think I destroyed that building. Oops. Sorry, Ravageders, or whatever this place is called. Sounds like a medication. Bummer. Retreat. Okay. Oh, I totally want to see the bad guy in like a gritty, realistic action movie say bummer when all of his forces get obliterated. Because of you, we have hope. Are you sure about that? Because the town kind of got leveled. We need you for the next mission. Okay. Resistance force is attacking. Oh, quick cut sizzle reel there. They need your support. I think they make special garments for that. And could you pick up the pace? Helicopters are out of town. I don't need this much pause between lines. They're flying a bit low there. Go out of town and head north. I don't have a compass, sir. Okay, well, I was expecting something of an establishing introduction cutscene, and there just isn't, other than bad tanks rolling across a bridge. You got a new tank. Okay. Can I see it? Martyr 2 self-propelled. I had that. Light tank M3 Stewart. I'm pretty sure I had that too. M5 Stewart. I don't know if I saw that one, and that one I definitely didn't see, I don't think. So, am I allowed to change tanks between missions? You just pick the one at the start, just for giggles? Assuming this is just a map screen. But I'm still going to try running everything over. So it does have tank controls here. It is, that's forward, that's back, and left and right are turn, left and right, regardless of orientation to the camera. That's appropriate for a tank game. Ooh, I can fire on the map screen. We have a ballistic arc. It doesn't travel forever. That's kind of cool. Although I can't rotate the camera, it would seem. Alright. Save the allies. Okay, is that them, or is that them? Which one's which? Q-Stein Private. Man, we only have a few tanks, dropped his article. Sneaky protons. We've got more power. See the Q-Stein power. This dialogue is glorious. Interrobang. Good. They're here. Who's Jevons? Which side is he on? So are these my allies I'm protecting? That's me, I think. Start. Okay. Who's who? Why does the camera not center? It's really beginning to annoy me already. Well, these are sort of bluish looking flags, I think. So I'm going to assume those are my allies. Yeah, that's the bad guy, right? Oh man, I wish I had a crosshair. Or the ability to aim up and down. I was on a hill there, so I just shot way high. Yeah, you sort of just guess where your shots are going. You just have to kind of visually see where they're going and adjust. Luckily, they're easily visible, because they're not moving that fast. Although I wish I could lock the camera to be behind me at all times. It's kind of annoying, or behind my turret at all times, at least. It's kind of annoying that there's some wiggle room. Now, see, I feel like I don't have much range. Had I picked a different tank at the beginning, would I have more? Do they behave differently? No, I can't lose to you. Oh, and then he lost to me. I just realized I have an ammo count. Oh, but then I just reload? Oh, okay. I guess I do have infinite. There's just a short pause after 40. Did clip into the ground a bit there, but that's okay. I can let it get away with that. There is a decent number of units on screen. The enemy reserve. Oh. There's no way for me to aim up, though. I would love to, like, lob shots farther. Looks like I can't do that. So R2 was supposed to be a lock-on, and R2 does not appear to do anything. So... Uh-oh, that's the boundary. Maybe lock-on is an upgrade I have to get? Okay. Sort of getting a feel for the aiming. But what I am having to do here is keep a finger on L2 at all times, because that's the only way I can aim. So as long as I'm holding L2, the camera stays behind the turret. So you're shooting straight ahead. Like this. If I let go of L2, the turret can move a bit. Well, while I'm moving, the turret can move quite a bit. And the camera doesn't turn. If you're stationary, the camera auto-centers. I'm not holding L2. But if you're moving, it stops doing that. So you have to hold L2 to keep it behind you. So I have a feeling I'm going to be holding L2 the entire game, which is actually kind of annoying. What are we doing, guys? Is that all of them? I don't see any more. Is there a map or a radar? Mission. To win, leave at least one ally at the end. Enemies come from the north, allies from the south. With the reserve, merge your allies and fight the enemy off. Enemy reserves may appear from the northeast. Be quick. Okay, but I killed the reserve. Well, I finally have stats here. Look at that. Firepower, defense, range, and I guess mobility? I would have liked to have seen those numbers when I picked a tank at the start. Oh, is that one? We have a straggler. Apparently, they're shooting at it, so I'm going to as well. Except I can't aim down, so I'm just aiming way high because I'm on a slant. Q-Stein army crushed. Despite the awkward-as-hell aiming system. Glorious. You came just in time. I need to thank Rhodes Child, the man with the most irritating name ever. We have news from the patrol. Lieutenant General Ahmadi is near Tughl. He's transferred to Haskalasa. Okay, we can't miss this. Attack the enemy and save him. Please excuse us. We farted. Send him my best regards. Yeah, I know I'm reading these lines really stiffly, but you can't read this halting dialogue any other way. Oh my god, that's annoying. What's the situation there? That makes it easy to plan. We are heading to the capital. Come with us, or go with the resistance. The operation will be explained. Yeah, I would hope so. Good luck. Alright, now that you've heard it, we need to talk about the audio in this game. The sound design itself is remarkably simplistic and very low quality. If you subtracted the music, you'd be left with little more than a basic rumble from engines and some really cheap explosions. It's an incredibly low-detail soundscape, but that's not particularly out of the ordinary for an obscure PS2 game. This is more or less in line with its era and budget, so I can let them off for that. The real problem is at the output of the audio, which is just ridiculously hot for no apparent reason, aside from incompetence, I guess, which means that the audio is almost always clipping to varying degrees. For these videos, I'm both listening to and recording the optical digital out on the PS2, not the analog RCA out that is far more commonly used, although that track is going into my capture device, so I can compare them. The analog track is clipped beyond reason, even when there isn't that much happening. Here, there's just a background rumble, and yet it's clipped. Now, I'm not an idiot, so I'm not using the audio from the capture device, but instead digitally recording the uncompressed optical audio to a separate device. This digital track is also horribly clipped, but I can fix it to some extent. It's constantly slammed up against 0, sure, but I can declip it a bit and drop the true peak to within valid levels, and doing so is trivial for me because I have the tools to do that. But if you're just some gamer playing this game over the RCA cables into shitty speakers, or God help you, your TV's built-in speakers, it's just gonna sound like shit. Even my repaired version sounds awful, and it's fascinating to me that they could fuck this up that badly. Avoiding clipping is the single most basic thing that anyone in audio should understand. So yes, I have declipped and repaired the audio to the degree that is possible, but it does still sound blown out and bad, and that's just the reality of the way this game sounds. It's not a thing I fucked up. Alright, hopefully the first part I can swap out is the sound it makes when I get a radio message. I have 2700G. Can I spend it? I got a new tank. The thing with the weird name that annoys me, the SIG and the Churchill Mark II. Cool. How do I swap? Or is there like a menu here? No, it just pauses? Select? Oh, okay. I can go to garage from here though. H, T, B. What does that mean? Okay, so what I have is T and B. This thing is H but no T and B. That's just a T. Arm. Is that armor or armament? Max. Max what? I don't know what any of this means. I think I have to go get the manual. Give me a sec. Right at the start here, it says after name entry, select a tank. Select a tank from 15 different tanks displayed. Don't worry too much about which one to choose. You will gain more tanks as you play the game. The 15 tanks have different performances, but the differences are very slight. For each mission, there are certain requirements for winning or losing. The movie shown before each mission describes those requirements. You can also check them in mission from the menu displayed by pressing the select button. If you meet the requirements for winning, the mission is successful. No shit. But if you lose or fulfill the requirements for losing, the game is over. Wow. Pro tip, remember to breathe. Oh, here we go. Special parts. There are H, B, and T types. These parts can only be used on certain tanks. Note the signs on the screens. H, heavy weapon for tanks that can load heavy weapons. B, body gun for tanks that can mount guns onto the body. And T, turret gun for tanks that can mount guns onto the turret. So mine, I could theoretically attach body guns and tank and turret guns, but not heavy weapons. Okay. If weight does not exceed the load, you can equip your tank with as many parts as you want. If weight exceeds the load, your tank will become slower. All right, well, for now, I'm going to stick with the same tank because I don't have any parts anyway. Firepower is very, very low, though. So if I went to, say, I don't know, this thing? It has no firepower. Oh, because nothing's equipped. Okay. Traditional main weapon, it has no outstanding characteristics. However, it is easy to use. Range 40 Q meters, I guess. So it looks like I have the same parts for each tank, meaning other tanks won't have better firepower because I'd be just moving the same parts between them. Main weapon shell. Yeah. It would seem that indeed the difference between the tanks is quite slight because it seems to have more to do with your parts than the base stats of the tank. Sure would be nice if I could turn the camera though. I wonder what's to the right. Oh, there's a thing over here. I wouldn't have known that. This town looks like it's being ransacked. Is this a thing? No. Okay. Can I go here? It's on fire or something, even though it has our flag over it. Tughl. Oh, hey, they said that earlier. Hello there. This is Tughl. A town full of craftsmen and known for its slopes. Oh, I like the little, the little shell indicator for advancing the text in the top right there. That's kind of adorable. Don't tell me you're a proton soldier. If you don't want to be broken into pieces, you should stay in the house. But what house? What? Q-Steins will be using this place. You're not allowed in and out of the harbor. So here's the question. Am I a person in a tank? Or is this a world where tanks are sentient? I mean, we're like going around talking to people in tanks and like in the scenes we've seen so far, they like turn their turret to talk to each other, to face the person they're talking to. Is the implication that I am this tank or, ooh. I thought I wasn't allowed in the harbor and yet the barrier raised for me. I'm just guessing these don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm not allowed to leave. Even though there seems to be barriers blocking anyone from leaving anyway. They have a heliport, which I'm assuming is something to do with flying vehicles that I don't have yet. Oh, it's a fast travel. Okay. Well, at least I see an actual map there, so I can see the overall layout since there isn't a good world map when I'm actually on the world map. This must be one of the slopes it's known for. You're pink. I guess he was offended that I called him pink. These are bumping into each other, playing grab ass or something. What the hell are you doing? There was a place called Haskalasa Camp in the southeast section of this town. I don't have a compass. I heard that all proton soldiers are sent there. Okay, is it like a prison? Is it a bad place to be sent? Craftsmen gather in this town, and some parts sold here can't be found in other towns. Why don't you take a look? I'm gonna do that. Let's go to the shop. No sale. Sold out. Okay. Main weapon. Crump. Torpedo has... What does shell mean? Power, shell. Load time, I guess? So maybe shell is how many you have to fire before you reload. So 14 of them, and then it's 4 seconds before you can fire again. Power 30. Range 20. That's less range, I think, than what I'm using. Wasn't what I was using a 40 range? Crump. It's more powerful. Even fewer shells, 12. Same load time, 3.99. The flame spreads farther. Splash damage affects greater amount of enemies. Cannot use in water. I didn't realize I could use anything in water. AP shell, a weapon that flies straight ahead, piercing the enemy. Retro bomb is a comedy black circle with fuse, like in an old cartoon. Launches a huge bomb. The bomb continues to roll and hits unreachable enemies. Define unreachable. If it's just rolling, do you just mean unreachable via range, or does it lob really high and I can arc it over stuff? I don't know what that description means. So this looks like, I guess, the white on the bar, because like power there's the colored part and then there's the white part. I'm assuming the white part is how much higher than what I have equipped it is. So this is not more powerful or more shells than mine, but faster load time, and I guess it pierces. Does that mean it goes through a tank and can hit one behind it? I mean, that's what piercing should mean, but I don't know if that's really what the game means by it. So far, I'm quite amazed at how bad this game is at communicating what the hell anything even is. Chaff. Scatters aluminum for radar jamming, useful when fighting an opponent. Blinds the enemy with smoke, makes sense. Searchlight. Lights areas around you, used in caves and at night. Oh, we have night missions, apparently. Flare bomb. Bomb that gives off light. Cannot damage anyone, used in the dark. Okay. So that should just be area where searchlight is, I'm assuming, a spot I have to pan around. Old speaker. Old model speaker. Cool retro part. Model speaker. I guess it doesn't do anything. It is just for show. Upgraded caterpillar. Has more power, but still easy to slip. Oh, you mean tread. Caterpillar's a brand name, guys. Anti-noise. Reduced noise. Good for hiding from enemies. I didn't know there was a stealth mechanic. Hover plane. Uses a special button, barely floats in the air. Use it for gradual descent. Alright, booster. Can fly with booster power. Helps you fly faster. Alright. Speed shot enables automatic firing. Shortens reload time. Night vision goggles. Easy to use if combined with CPU parts. Use this to quickly split your infinitives. You'll need to get used to using this gear. Okay. Oh, the turn speed is way high. Okay, that's what these are. I was like, what do gears do? Turn speed, apparently. Well, I do feel like I could use some more turn speed, but I'm not sure that's the smartest thing to spend money on right now. Parts for lock-on. Oh, that might explain why I don't have lock-on, is I don't have a CPU. It has a wider lock-on range and easy to use. Distance 40, yeah. It's not that expensive. I will buy CPU 3. Why not? Armor off. Remove most of the armor for a lighter tank. You'll be able to dodge attacks with increased speed. And Sturg armor. Is it worth buying any of these? I'm gonna call that good for now. Let's go to the garage. Computer. CPU 3. Okay. Alright, main weapon. I have nothing there. Change the camouflage, though. Is this purely cosmetic, or does it matter? Does it make it harder for the enemy to see me? That's fine for now. Let's get the hell out of here, because I'm tired of looking at menus. These are just houses I don't think I can go into. So yeah, do people live in these houses, or do tanks live in these houses? Elderly townsmen. We had a nice view from here, but now Q-steins are all we can see. How sad. Battle arena and expert arena. Let's check out the battle arena. I had to hit the back wall because that wasn't actually a doorway. Rank difficult. Powerful tank that is customized to suit the field. Is this who I'm fighting or what I'm playing? Normal, customized tank. Tank for training. Field exercises. Fragments. Separated with periods for no reason. I guess I will go with normal. Do you want to battle? Sure. I guess I'm picking what I battle? Surely I play... Yeah, I play as my tank. I'm just picking my opponent. He's hiding behind the crepe trees. Oh, I think I see him. So I do indeed have a lock-on now. Although it does mean I don't lead the target because it fires at the target, which if you're moving doesn't actually help. Yeah, I'm not sure the lock-on's worth it because it doesn't lead the target. Maybe there's a higher level computer that does. Luckily, he appears to be brain dead. He's just dicking around and not shooting. So that was not bad. Oh, and I got money for that. And a new tank, which I think was the thing I was fighting. Oh, okay, destroyed. So you can't do it over and over. I was gonna say, I could grind out money doing that, but I guess not. So I guess we'll do the easy one, no? Man, I can't believe how ugly these trees are. Oh, you can knock trees down. I hadn't noticed that. Oh yeah, look at that. You can just drive straight over them. Bitchin'. And even with lock-on, you can't... It doesn't adjust up or down, so if you're on an incline, you still shoot straight over your enemy. Why did I buy a computer? It doesn't seem to have any benefit at all. Because, yeah, I'm on a hill, so I just shot straight over it. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the computer. 750G I'm never getting back. Let's go ahead and do the difficult one. There you are. Oh, he's got heat-seeking rounds. That's troubling. Okay, camera, I can't tell where I'm at. I have to say, this control scheme is, I guess interesting is the word I will use. So I'm having to hold L2 and R2 at all times, because L2 keeps the camera in a usable position, and I have to hold it continuously. R2 is what I use to lock on, and I think I have to hold it, it's not a toggle. But then I'm also having to use L1 and R1 to turn. So instead of just using my index finger on each side, I actually have to use my middle and index fingers on the shoulder buttons, which I'm not used to doing, because I have to press all 4 at once sometimes. Well, at least 3 at once sometimes. But hey, I made some quick money, paid for that computer that's not very useful. I have to say the physics on the treads here, like sliding down this incline and sort of, yeah, skittering down. I'm not touching movement here, this is just sliding. And then I can sort of straighten out. Yeah. The terrain physics aren't bad, actually. The suspension and sliding, the grip physics actually seem pretty good. But this control scheme is just driving me crazy. I wish the camera was doing what it's doing when I hold L2 when I'm not holding L2, so I didn't have to hold it all game. Why don't they realize that the war is wrong? Let us pray for the world to become peaceful. Wow. If only that guy was there for every war, we could just have that guy show up and go, "Why can't you realize the war is wrong?" And everyone would go, "Oh, you're right." Okay, can I just leave town? Oh, I can. Good. So there was, yes, there was this here, which appears to be power lines next to a boulder. My God, we need to save these boulders' power. The bridge in the wilderness. Oh, you're here. The enemy should pass here soon. Apparently it's a nuclear wasteland. When the carrier crosses... You know, it's a big text box. You could put more than one line in there. The bridge. We will destroy it. There's room for 2 lines in that box. Seriously. You, destroy the bridge and the enemy. Don't mind if I do. Here they come, the enemy troops! Why didn't we blow up the bridge before they cross it? I guess I'm just gonna go this way. I don't know which direction the bridge is. I'm just going to assume they started me facing it. I don't move very fast on whatever substance this is. Is this dirt? Is this bone meal? I don't even know. I'm gonna follow the road now. Because I know it goes to the bridge, but I don't know if this is the right direction on the road. Because there's no map. Oh, there's the bridge. Okay. Do I just shoot it? I'll just... Oh, no, don't slide all the way down. I'm sure the water kills me. No, I just wanted to slightly crest that hill. And oh my God, there's all the enemies. Okay. Hey guys. Could you not kill me? I'm busy taking out the bridge. Apparently the water does not destroy me. Oh, there we go. That appears to have done the trick. Excellent. Oh wait, was that our carrier? It's got the blue guy on it. I mean, he did say when the carrier crosses, but it was with a bunch of enemies, so I assumed it, but it's got the Rothschild tank on it. Oh, I think I fucked that up. I saw a bunch of enemies and I thought it was worth taking out the bridge. Why was our carrier traveling with the enemy? Or was it just being pursued and they were driving after it instead of just shooting it? Hustine army crushed. Excellent. Clear. Okay, no, I guess I didn't fuck it up. Even though I apparently blew up the bridge prematurely. I thought I was trying to stop the enemy from crossing it, not... Are you alright, Lieutenant General Ahmadi? You saved me! Who are you? We're the Resistance. Got these pauses. We were waiting here to save you. The Proton Army have helped us. You mean has? Army is singular. I appreciate it. I'm concerned about my soldiers. Word on the wire is that they are all located at Camp Haskalasa. We have to go rescue them. Oh my god, there's that sound again. What's the outcome there? Good. I just assumed, I guess it just assumes we told him, I need you to join our forces. Aren't I already on your side? We'll save them and head north. You keep using compass directions and they still don't mean anything to me. Then we can rendezvous at, Naldnick. Let's move out. My god, you could drive an entire caravan through every single pause between lines. Got a new tank. It's these things. So I'm guessing this is north, or that the camera's facing north, so I should just follow the road to that town. Although, just for variety, I'm going to switch tanks. So I have arm 10, whatever that means. I don't know if that's armor or armament. That could be either offense or defense, depending on how you read that abbreviation. Let's go with the Stug, because it's got a dumb name and I like how stumpy it looks. I like the look of the snowfield, so I'm going to use it even though I don't think we're going to a snowy place. I just realized, is there a save option? Oh, there is a map. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it's jerky as hell. When you move a direction, it clicks one and then waits a long time before it scrolls some more. Ooh, and it looks like ass. But how do I save? It has occurred to me I have not been given a save option. This game is not giving me any answers. Blitz at Naldnick. Does this music sound like Soul Calibur to anyone else?
Welcome to the stage of history, retold. But you're just here for the jiggle physics, admit it. Bomb the towers before the attack. There are 4 towers in all. You'll need to move quickly. Time limit is 3 min and no more. Good luck.
Dialogue very jerky and jarring. Oh. This tank can't turn its turret. I can turn that much. That's far right, that's far left. That's it. Which means I can't circle strafe, really. Okay, I can't shoot at you while moving sideways, though, so... This is horrible. I've made a grave mistake by picking this tank. How about I quit the mission and pick a different tank, because that sucked. If I have to face the enemy, they're just gonna shoot me, because I can't both shoot at them and dodge, so... so let's go with... There was another one with 13 arm, whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, the Tiger 1. That looks like its turret turns. Let's go with that one. Which means I then have to go in here and... equip everything. And I guess let's do urban. And see if it helps at all. Oh, and I'm turned around. Onward! Alright. Just destroying all the buildings, but I guess it's fine. I mean, the town's clearly fucked. Some collateral damage isn't gonna change the world. I should probably be focusing on the towers, but these guys do a tremendous amount of damage. Dear God. It would seem the tanks on this mission are much, much more powerful than me, and I should probably ignore them and focus on the towers. Okay. There's one there. Oh god, he's coming for me. No! Don't kill me. And I'm toast. So yes, it would seem you have to do this without being seen. Because they wreck your shit pretty fucking fast once they find you. There appears to be one coming this way, so I'm going to skedaddle. And get this one over here. That appeared to work last time, but I think I'm going to retreat the other direction after I take this out. I'm scooting backward with each shot, so now I'm just stuck on this hill, which actually is giving me a good shot at the tower. I take it back, that was helpful. This is where a radar would be really helpful, and I didn't buy one. There's clearly a tower over there, but that's probably at the edge of town. That'd be a good one to do last. Let's get this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Before someone fucks me in the butt, which I have a feeling is going to happen very soon. Okay, should probably stay off the roads, but I'm gonna try to cross this one covertly. Slip through here. Annihilate these buildings, which is actually annihilating my own cover, and I think I'm boned now. So if I can back up a bit, I can get an angle on this tower. Except I can't hold still. Because I don't have any brakes. I'll just keep lobbing shots like this, though. Okay. Oh, and it does just end. Alright, I don't have to flee. Excellent. Cool, nice change of pace, actually, having a mission where you're actually not supposed to fight the enemies. And that's a set of giant claws. Significance? Are they building a giant robot? Why am I looking at this, and why is it going on so long? Yeah, okay, it's established. This is taking way too long. Oh, please stop doing that. A guard carrier has a new weapon. Chase him now. And suddenly that tank hauls ass. If only I could move that fast in-game. Ooh, the music is dramatic. You must be the Proton Ace tank. Wow, you've already heard of me? I've done like 3 missions. Word spreads fast. The carrier is just to lure you. Oh my god. Ha! You'll soon be no more. This dialogue. This dialogue is just amazing. Okay, is it gonna blow up yet, or... No, it's just gonna smoke and flame a bit. Or, well, the air around it is going to smoke. Oh, and then we just start. Okay. So awkwardly edited. And unfortunately, he's very hard to track because he moves faster than my turret can turn. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. And I move very slowly because this is dirt, which we've established. I move very slowly on dirt. Well, it turns out, yes, R2 is that the lock-on is a toggle, not a hold. Which is excellent. So now I only have to hold L2 the entire game. But this is going well. He's half dead. He's turned on his emergency life alert flashers. And he's dropping tires at me. Which is a... Oh. And even though that one didn't hit me, it cartoon flattened me. Which is stylistically an odd choice, but okay. Game's got sort of a cartoony look to it. I can accept it. Of course, I can't fire while I'm flattened. That would be much better if it had a cheesy accordion sound effect, though. There we go. Although he could massively outmaneuver me, he chose to hold in place long enough for me to shoot him. Which was massively advantageous for me, because I could barely move on this, whatever this surface is. It looks like I'm driving through Cocoa Pebbles or something. This seriously sounds like Soul Calibur music.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, you're back safely. Yeah, I shot a brain-dead helicopter pilot. You helped to recover Naldnick, even though the whole town is flattened and I personally destroyed several buildings. We should get Basheret back. Baccarat? I don't know. Ahmadi troops are on their way. Go there and join them. Cool. I have a fair bit of money, and I desperately need some upgrades. Looks like there's civilians here. By civilians, I mean APCs. This is Naldnick, an industrial town. The town is filled with smoke, and the radiator always gets clogged. That's a problem. This is the best dialogue I've ever seen in a video game. You've been a great help to this country. It's all because of you. Thank you. Just doing my job. Boy, the Q-Steins. What a mess. Can't believe we were saved from the evil Q-Steins. I'm glad we never gave up. Ooh, a shop. There we go. That's what I was after. God, I wish I could drive faster. Okay, no special parts, computer, or armor. Oh, that's annoying. Can see farther. Can see the farthest for a land radar. Farthest, and it's not that expensive. I might just get the good one. 200 meters, 300 meters. I mean, 200 meters is still pretty far, because that's a lot farther than I can shoot. I'll get this cheaper one, I guess. I would like a faster turn speed. So let's just go for high. It's dirt cheap. Snowfields. It won't slip at all. Only in snow or just in general? Could use for light tanks. I'll buy Cat 3 because I'm kind of sticking with light tanks right now. I guess. Max P. What's P? Is that top speed? Why is it called P? As P most powerful, you'll never lose. Q charge. Engine that reaches top speed in short time. Good for dodging sudden attacks. Oh, you're trading acceleration for, I guess, top speed. Speeder. Engine with high max speed has low acceleration, so it's not suited for slopes. Ugh. I kind of like the acceleration one, though. 16. Yeah, fuck it. I'm buying that. Main weapon. I could probably stand to have something more powerful, because my shots feel really shitty. Beam. High power beam. Press button to shoot longer. Attack the enemy with high beam. Okay, power 360. Range 18. Oh, that's very short. So you gotta get right up in their business. Can only fire for 1.79 seconds total before reloading. And it weighs a shit ton. Is it good? Is it not? I mean, look at that power rating. God damn. I'm tempted to try it, but I'm really worried that it's gonna suck ass. Sharp bomb. The needle explodes after hitting the enemy. Ooh. It's not more powerful than what I have, though, so... Or is that just the initial impact is 24 and the explode after hitting the enemy is more on top of that? I don't really know. Maybe it is good. Scatter. Small missiles that scatter farther away the enemy, the easier they are to hit. AP shell, that's just that piercing one. Drill shot. A drill that pierces everything. It can pierce walls so you can attack from any position. That sounds badass, and it has decent range at 90 meters. I would like just a main gun, though, that's just, like, more powerful than what I have. Grand bomb. Drops the bomb behind you. Bad news for enemies chasing you. Don't step on it yourself. These descriptions. Explodes after it's been shot in the air. I guess for aerial enemies. Shoots flames. Weaker than the main gun, but still works great. Most powerful, or more powerful flame gun. As powerful as the main gun. Okay. Shoots a torpedo tank that chases after the enemy. Can cause severe damage. Shoots the largest and the most powerful missile. For heavy tanks with H sign. Alright. I guess I don't mind the sound of the Grand Bomb and it's cheap. More sub-weapons. Powerful machine gun. Can be used for longer range. For tanks with T. Shoots missiles. They are homing missiles. Okay. 4 missiles at one time. It needs to be reloaded often. Every shot, looks like. 16 missiles at a time. Good for attacking bosses. Crushes enemies as it rolls. Oh, that must be the thing the helicopter was throwing at me. Attack with electricity. It can cause damage to the nearby enemies. Well, I would hope so. It is a weapon. Unless what it's saying is it can jump to an enemy nearby what you shot, as in chain lightning. Homing missile, well, I guess it's only one, yeah. So you have a 1.5 second reload every time you fire. That's not bad, though, if it homes. 65 meters is good range. So do I go for the missile or the Gatling? Weirdly, the Gatling's more expensive, even though it sounds like the missile should be more useful. I guess since they're cheap, I will try the missiles. And if they suck, I'll come back for the Gatling. So let's equip this crap. I'm gonna go back to this thing just because. Let's go with urban, I guess. Now we look proper. Okay. Although I kind of want to drive back to that other town, because they were selling armor, and weirdly this town doesn't. So you can only get certain things in certain towns, which means you have to drive around a lot. Tughl, that's what it was called. Or Tughl? Tughl? I have no idea. Can you tell I'm a stupid American? Okay, armor. What does it weigh? 175. I think I can do 175, right? I'm at 677 of 836. Brain can't do that. 836 minus 677. I have 159 extra, so no, I actually can't handle the medium armor. So I guess I can change to a tank that can carry more, which this thing can. Although now I have to go through and pick everything again. And oh, wow, even the strong armor is only 420. So yeah, screw it, I'll just buy that. Armor, strong, nice. I can definitely feel the difference in the engine, I have to say. It's more responsive, which is exactly what I wanted. So I don't mind that it's not as high at top speed. I think the acceleration is going to be more useful since you're often doing minor adjustments anyway. So let's head to a mission and see if all this gear makes a difference.
Win back the capital. Our capital. We're here.
Yeah. The enemy hasn't noticed yet, yeah. We're only loud-ass tanks rolling in. Should we attack now? Well, yeah, they haven't noticed us. That would be a great time. They'll find out if we waste time. Then start shooting and shut up. All tanks, to the capital. We're in the capital. Okay, radar, excellent. Triangle drops bombs behind me. Those missiles do indeed home. Excellent. Okay, yeah, this isn't bad. Except, until I've run all the buildings over, I can't see. I don't know if I should be back there helping my guys out, or if they can hold their own. I probably should head back there. Although I'm not sure there's much I can do. If they're just wading into enemy fire, it's not like I can help them. Guys, could you at least try to self-preserve? Luckily, I've taken almost no damage. I really need a more powerful main gun. Like, badly. It's taken way too many rounds to take down a single enemy when there's this many of them. And the missiles don't seem to do all that much damage. Still annoyed that the lock-on does not lead the target, which makes it kind of fundamentally useless. And yeah, when they're close like that, that was too close for the rockets to be of any use, so maybe Gatling is a better choice. I guess I just drove over a mine, but it didn't hurt very much. Oh, I can just shoot the walls down. Oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Is this doing any damage? I don't think it is. Can I get up the hill? Barely? Oh, there we go. I just have to hit the actual turret itself directly, and not the base, which, because I can't aim up, is going to be a bit of a problem. See a few more dots on the radar out there. Hopefully, well, actually, I think there's only one out there, other than these turrets, so hopefully my allies will take care of them, but I'm not gonna lie, the allies don't seem terribly effective. Oh, he's shooting it. Oh, he's kind of doing something. But it looks like I have to finish it off. Yeah. Radar looks clear. Are we good? The mission has not ended. That's a no. To win, destroy the headquarters. Oh, do I just need to level all the buildings? I can definitely do that. It comes down in very distinctly clean chunks. Destroyed the base. Fuck yeah. Yay, senseless destruction is good. We recovered the capital by turning it into rubble. Soon we'll get our country back, even though it'll all be in pieces at this rate. Need to prepare for the king's return. Lieutenant General! They found the king's hideout. Oh. What? We'll get there right now. We need to save him now. Well, okay, go. Go. Go to the woods in the southwest. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, got more tanks and money. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm happy with the tank I'm using. Okay, southwest. If we're facing north, would that be this? No, because that's where the ocean is. That's southeast. Did he say southeast? I'm just misremembering. No, he said southwest. I'm gonna go buy a Gatling gun, just to try it out. The missiles seem to be decently powerful, but they do have that major limitation of flying straight up first. And it feels like the combat is often quite close, where it just sails right over them into the distance and doesn't do anything. Alright, let's attach the thing. Subweapon B, Gatling. Let's see if I hate it. It might be total crap. Defend! And apparently the best thing we have for defense is a shitty canvas tent. They're here already. Yeah, we knew that they had found the location. Why are you surprised? Don't let them come close. Yeah, I understand the concept of defense. Proton army will soon arrive. Okay, so do we just stay alive long enough for reinforcements? Let's find out if the Gatling sucks. It appears it doesn't really do any damage at all. very, very little. Oh, and didn't actually get a good look at the enemy reserve before it popped off screen. Another reserve. Oh god. Okay, this seems to be working reasonably well, though. Distracted by my allies, so I just shoot them in the ass. No clue if my allies can even be trusted to hold the line. Okay. These ones are already quite close. Guess I should be dropping bombs as well. I should probably get this one. He's closer. And I ran over my own bomb like a dumbass, which the description of it told me not to do, and I still managed to. Like the second time I ever fired it. Oh, I haven't been watching my health, and I'm actually about half dead. Oh, it looks like a whole cluster of them have arrived. Looks like I only have one guy left. Oh, shit. No. Stop it. Stop it. No. Yep, there goes his tent. Oh, no. If only the king didn't think canvas would protect him. Yep. Yeah, pro tip. Don't think a tent is going to save you from tanks. Also, don't assume your allies will actually help. Looks like I have to do this entire mission pretty much on my own. Because it looks like the allies have a major problem with not moving around. They seem to just stick in place, which just makes them an easy target, because then they just get hit by every shot instead of dodging. Again, with them clustered together like this, maybe an explosive weapon would be the right thing to take on this mission, as opposed to the Gatling gun. I don't particularly like the camera showing me the reserve, because it happens so briefly, all it does is throw off my aim. Yeah, I get it. Looks like the trick is just to hit them, because if you hit them, they go back, so rather than focusing fire, it's actually advantageous, it would seem, to spread out and attack each one of them a couple times so they back up. Hopefully they'll finish those off, because they're weak. I have a whole bunch of dudes here. Does not look like they are successfully holding off the two to my left, which is kind of shocking. And a testament to how utterly useless the allies are. They're still here. They're not even shooting at them. What is this shit? Guys, like, do you not fucking care about the king? Damn. I guess I'll do everything myself. I am the player, after all. God forbid allies actually be useful. Although you can make teammates useful in a video game and it doesn't, like, make the game play itself. You can strike that balance. Republic Commando does a good job of that, where your squad mates in that are actually effective and can take out enemies with efficiency, and they don't feel completely useless, and yet, it doesn't feel like the game plays itself where they're too effective. It actually rides that balance pretty well. It is possible to do. But every game instead opts to have your teammates useless so that you have to do everything. It's just,
We recovered the capital, Your Honor.
Please return to the castle. My people come first. Which is why I was hiding like a little bitch in that tent instead of helping. All that's left is Zambneal. Their leader should be there. That's an odd comma. Our damage will be great head-on. Applied directly to the forehead.
We'll go from two fronts, then. We will organize a frontal attack. Meanwhile, enter from the side. Wow, those must be the two fronts he just mentioned. Okay, we'll go with that plan. I need you to join us.
No, I know I've been helping, but I think I'll just go stare at the ground for a while instead. You're on your own. Line? Oh, there we go. Everyone, proceed. I do like the fancy gold inlay on the king's tank. It's suitably opulent, I suppose. I didn't realize the king had a tank, because if he did, I thought he'd be fighting alongside us, instead of cowering in a tent like an idiot. Ooh, that thing's, boxy and interesting. Although it looks like it has the problem that other tank does, where it doesn't have a turret, it just has a slightly turnable gun. It's like on a ball joint, but that top part probably doesn't rotate. So where are we heading next? Over here? Oh no. Oh, I'm very slow in the snow. Oh no, okay, I guess it was just because I was uphill. Does the map tell me where to go? Yes, it does. Alright, it's on the other side. This is where I'm probably going to want to buy snow treads. Oh, yeah, yeah. If you hit the slightest incline, you're totally shit out of luck. I guess we'll go the long way around. I'm not sure I can express how much it pisses me off that I can't turn the camera here. It's just instinctually, I wish I can. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference that I can't, but it's still just annoying me that I can't. Here it is.
The Battle of Zambneal.
Who played Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park.
The operation starts at 1600. It's our final battle here.
Alright, I guess that's all the introduction you need, really. It's a bit sunsetty for 4 p.m., I have to say. God, I should have bought another weapon. These appear to have more health than the last mission. Yeah, this is hardly scratching the paint. And I can't rely on my allies to take up the slack because they're basically a joke. Oh, wow. Jumps in place like he's throwing a temper tantrum. That is not something I expected to see a tank do today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I have an objective beyond just blow them all up. So that's, I guess, what I'm gonna focus on. Okay, so far so good. I have a lot of allies still alive. Here's a nicely visible example of how the game renders distant tanks. Out in the distance, you can clearly see that these tanks are 2D sprites in a general tank-ish shape, and once we get close enough, they get replaced with the 3D model. Of course, every game reduces detail over distance because there's no reason to waste processing power on things that are at the resolution limit anyway, but this one stands out at times because they turn fully 2D instead of just losing polygons. And this also happens in cutscenes when the camera cuts to a new location. If the tank it's cutting to was far enough away before the cut, there's usually a single frame where it's still the 2D version after the cut. It happens fast enough it's not particularly distracting, but at 30 FPS it absolutely is visible. I'm guessing I have to keep at least some of them alive? Although maybe not. I don't actually know. Moving away from the— oh, I guess I'm too close. I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, God, really? Give me at least some room to maneuver. Let's take out the temper tantrum throwing generic bad guy. Freedom shall not fall. Oh, and then he died. Huh. I was expecting him to die a more special way than everyone else, since he was like a significant character, but I guess what would you do? If you're not showing people, you can't like have him, you know, climb out of his tank all bloodied and bruised and give his impassioned speech or whatever. He just, he just blows up. Whatever. Bad guy's dead. Hooray. It has ended. Big news! I'm pregnant! Wow, We've officially gone full cartoon, which I guess confirms my suspicions about these being sentient tanks instead of people in tanks. Enemy entered from the north. They're trying to confuse us, which apparently isn't working because we know they're coming from the north. Everyone is scraped up. Why not use a small troop? May I ask you to do this? Well, I am the player, so I already do everything. The troop is yours. Destroy the enemy tanks. Well, that is the extent of my repertoire in this game. They are moving west in snow. Be sure to equip well for snow. Well, hopefully the enemy will wait for me because I have to go to the store first.